Welcome to Ariana's book summary series. I'm Ariana. Every day I'll share the key ideas I learned from a book here with you. Subscribe to my channel now if you don't want to miss it. The book for today is Mistakes Were Made, but Not by Me: Why We Justify Foolish Beliefs, Bad Decisions, and Hurtful Acts by Caroll, Tavris and Elliot. Aronson. We keep our mistakes to ourselves, but we hate to admit them. Do you know why? Does this good for us? Social psychologist Caroll Tavris and one of the top 100 psychologists of the 20th century, Elliot Aronson, teamed up to provide us with the answers to these questions in this book. Mistakes Were Made, but Not by Me explores the brain mechanisms that keep us from admitting our mistakes, demonstrates the harm this causes in all facets of life, and offers helpful launching points for when we do start manning up and doing it. Here are 3 lessons to take away from the book. Lesson 1: You invent self-justifications to deal with the cognitive dissonance your errors cause. First of all, the reason you dislike admitting your errors is because doing so can lead to cognitive dissonance, which is the mental state of having to reconcile 2 conflicting ideas of who you are. For example, most smokers are aware of the negative effects of smoking and frequently discuss these effects, why they think they should stop, and how you should never pick up smoking in the first place. But they continue to smoke. They invent self-justifications, such as, "I don't smoke that much, so it's probably not that bad," rather than admitting their addiction to cigarettes. Sadly, these defenses cause us to cling to our bad behavior even more because, once we've made them up, we start looking for proof even when none exists. This is known as confirmation bias, and it can cause you to not only believe in very dubious evidence but also to interpret contradictory evidence or even the absence of any evidence favorably. Lesson 2: Confirmation bias can cause you to alter your entire moral code. In fact, confirmation bias can completely alter your morals, turning someone who would never steal into someone who believes it's actually acceptable. Tavris and Aronson developed the pyramid of choice as a beautiful metaphor to illustrate this. Imagine that 2 moral individuals were given the opportunity to steal $500 from the cash register at work. They are atop a pyramid when they decide what to do. They are able to see every alternative, choice, and result of their actions. While one chooses to steal, the other does not. Once they begin to descend on their separate paths, they both lose their bird's-eye view and can only see the constrained path they have picked out for themselves. Each of them will grow more convinced that their path was the right one to take as a result of self-justifications and confirmation bias. They end up at completely different ends of the pyramid when they reach the bottom, and they have very different moral perspectives. One believes that stealing is acceptable, while the other is even more convinced that it is never acceptable. Lesson 3: Stop thinking you're stupid just because you make mistakes. According to a study comparing education in the US to that in China and Japan, US students are embarrassed to make mistakes, which prevents them from attempting challenging math problems in front of the class. In China and Japan, the student who performed the exercise the worst had to go up to the board and redo it until he got it right. Asian cultures view mistakes as inevitable parts of life. And instead of denying them, they proactively admit and deal with them. Don't let mistakes define you. You aren't stupid. You just chose the wrong strategy. You'll develop the growth mindset you need to handle mistakes the right way if you concentrate on criticizing other people's behavior rather than who they are. Let me summarize. This book takes you on a journey of famous examples and areas of life where mistakes are hushed up instead of admitted, showing you along the way how this hinders progress, why we do it in the first place, and what you can do to start honestly admitting your own. It's hard for me to pick just 3 lessons from this book as there are many more points I'd love to share. I highly recommend you to read the whole book. That's it for today. Remember to like, comment, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.